I know you guys haven't heard from me in a long time, and I want to let you know that I'm doing okay. I got an email from YouTube that explained to me something amazing that you guys did, and I am so surprised that you did it. And I don't think anyone on the planet could be as grateful as I am right now to you guys for what you have done for me. It seems that over 9,000 of you have written in to YouTube and told YouTube that you miss me. And YouTube has passed that along to me. And I got this email from them telling me exactly how many of you have contacted them to say that you miss me, that you are dazzled by my creativity, and that you so desperately want to hear from me again. And I've got to say, the way that you guys, all 9,267 of you, have reached out to me has really helped me see what is good in this world and has given me a reason to continue making dazzling videos. So just to clarify, I haven't given up on my channel, and I am, contrary to popular belief, still alive and in good health. So a lot of you might be thinking, why haven't I uploaded in a while? Well, the truth may shock you, and I don't know that you're ready to hear it yet. So I'm going to save that for another video. I do, however, want to acknowledge all 9,267 of you that reached out to YouTube and made this email possible. And so for that, I thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart. And I want you to know that I do this for you, and 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 for myself too. But yeah, I do this for a lot of different reasons. 9,268 reasons to be exact. So again, thank you. And so let's move on with our lives and with the channel and into the future of Monster Hunter on YouTube. Let's go. Let's check it out. Okay. First things first. I'm a little shocked because this says I have 9,358 subscribers, and only 9,200 some of you contacted YouTube. So there's like 100 of you that didn't contact YouTube, and got my eye on you. All right, so I've got a lot of comments to respond to. Let's just click over into, I'm afraid to click this. Latest comments. Let's click a few more on this. Let me zoom in for you guys. This is crazy. Last time we did this, we had to zoom way in. Probably have to adjust this on the screen too. There we go. Is that good? Comments I haven't responded to. We're in for a long ride here. That wrath messed you up. Yeah. Right. He does. I don't know what to tell you. They hit hard. Rathian? Rathalos? I'm not sure which Wrath you're talking about. The new Bowtech video. Probably a Rathian. Probably a level 300 Rathian. I don't know. Probably a special Rathian in that one. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, they hit hard. I taught you would have a neutral look at the two games, but implying that world fans are, quote, Call of Duty lovers who don't appreciate the uniqueness of the series is wild. Yeah, it's not an implication. I think I just outright stated that there are many world fans, not all world fans, many world fans came over from Call of Duty and other games because this one got popular. Look what happened a couple months back. Last time I was on YouTube making videos. Look what was happening. That big famous streamer, Asmongold, has got millions of people watching his streams and his videos. And he started playing Monster Hunter for the first time in his life. And you know what happened? Hundreds of thousands, millions of people started playing Monster Hunter for the first time in their lives because he did it. And these are people who wouldn't think to play Monster Hunter. Obviously, they had no interest in Monster Hunter until he started playing it. So what kind of games were they playing? Not Monster Hunter. They're brand new to the series. All right. And there's huge uptick in people playing World and Rise. And you might think, oh, that was just some type of big promotional thing that Capcom was doing, or I don't know, maybe they paid Asmongold to stream it, but that was coming from one streamer. Okay. I got tons more views on my videos because of that one streamer. Because so many people were now interested in Monster Hunter that hadn't been before. So it's a true statement that many, if not most, probably most people who have played World are coming into Monster Hunter new to World, new to Monster Hunter. So World is their first game. And the types of games that they're playing are the games that are more popular. So it's just a fact. They need a different kind of experience, and they expect a different kind of experience from Monster Hunter than what Monster Hunter has traditionally given them. It's not controversial, and it's not a criticism. I mean, you can take it as such, and you can draw some implications and inferences from that, but just factually stating it is I mean, it's a pretty neutral thing to say. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing. I mean, I could tell you a lot of reasons why it's a bad thing, and I could tell you a lot of reasons why it's a good thing. But that's not the purpose of this video. It's a great video topic, though. I was getting my cheeks clapped by Risen Shigaru since yesterday. I said, let me ditch all of the offense and go deep on defensive skills and even some recovery decos because I'm a scrub. Now this is a comment on my defense video, very big popular video. Holy crap, what a difference. So the guy tries a defensive build. Holy crap, what a difference. I managed to get through the hunt twice today. My kill times are a bit longer, but at least I'm not carding every 3 minutes. Thank you. Thanks for that feedback. Thanks for that, sharing that experience. That is an experience that millions of people go through when they play Monster Hunter. And so I'm glad you picked up on that, and it was effective for you. Kind of slouching here in my chair. Let's just sit up a little bit. The one thing I see Divine Blessing work effectively on chip-based attacks, or attacks that don't do massive blows in one attack but do small DPS in a period of time, rapidly activates more often. Yeah, that's a good point. If you're getting a lot of small hits, Divine Blessing is definitely going to activate more often and just keep you from having to. It's more of a convenience situation, more of a. Yeah, that's a good point. I can't even talk today. I want to stop playing Longsword because I see some memes like, quote, LS is too broken, play something else, unquote. But after seeing your videos, I changed my mind and continue using them. It's fun to hear the ping after a successful counter. Absolutely is. That is one of the most satisfying things in the game. And yeah, don't let people tell you what you should or shouldn't be playing. Longsword is so fun. Broken, definitely not broken. For some people, it's easier to be successful with longsword. Rurikon is much more successful with longsword than he is with his favorite weapon, gunlance. But apparently he just doesn't like longsword, even though he's really good at it, just naturally good at it. So, I know people who choose weapons that they're not good at all because it's more of a challenge for them and they want to learn something new. And I know people who just want to clear the quest. And so they're going to go with weapons that they don't have to put a lot of effort into learning. And they're both valid ways of approaching the game because people are doing what's fun. And it sounds like you chose to do what was fun for you and satisfying for you. And that's the most important thing. That's the only thing. All right, World versus Rise. The only thing that ruined Monster Hunter Rise for me was the save deleting glitch and the shitty online quest search mechanic. Fortunately, I never ran into the save deleting glitch. If I had, I would have been upset for sure. And the online search mechanic is not as good as it used to be. It does have some nice features that it never did before, but it has been better in the past, and matching sometimes is just not good. Sometimes matching is just broken. So I think it's been worse in Rise. So it has definitely improved since launch. So what? I wasn't paying attention. Did you think Rise was bad? Okay. So what? I wasn't paying attention. Did you think Rise was better? So someone's actually asking me which one I think is better. Why is the Monster Hunter fan base so divided? That's what this one is commenting on. World versus Rise. Why is the Monster Hunter fan base so divided? The video wasn't about which one I thought was better, so you didn't miss anything. I didn't tell you, or did I? I might have told you which one I thought was better. But I will answer your question, which is again probably another video I should make. But the short answer is it's tough. It really is tough because let me just say this. When I played through World, I was yelling at the game. I was bitching at the game. I was screaming at the game frequently. But I still kept playing it. Okay? I kept playing it. So that means I really like the game. And I also hate the game. Okay? With Rise, I didn't yell at the game much at all. I yelled at just a couple aspects of it. I yelled at the dog who would not come when I called him. But fortunately, that issue was fixed when Sunbreak released. And some other little things I didn't really care for. But it was nothing like World. Like World, every quest I would yell multiple times. It raised my blood pressure way too much. But again, I kept playing it. Not because I felt an obligation to play it, but because I really did enjoy what was going on. There were just so many things that were frustrating that didn't have to be frustrating. Okay. Things that were frustrating that didn't have to be frustrating. And so with Rise, almost all those things were gone, taken out of the game, all those frustrating things. And Rise was a very pleasant experience to play through and continue to play. And so the one that I go to right now is Rise because it's far more enjoyable and far more of a Zen experience for me. Now, a lot of other people will say the exact opposite because there are things in Rise that frustrate them. So this is a personal experience that I'm sharing with you. Do you know if defense impacts the red bar HP decrease when hit? Does defense impact the red bar HP decrease when hit? Good question. I have no clue what the answer is to that. Somebody out there can answer that, I'm sure. Okay, these are just comments from one day ago. I have like 2 months of comments to get through. We got a long Long road ahead of us, guys. When I'm struggling, I up my def, and then I don't struggle the same way. I don't know if it's placebo, but for me, upgrading defense is effective either way. Absolutely. It's not a placebo effect, dude. You're getting hit just the same amount, but you're taking far less damage. That damage reduction is insane. And people who play other games that where defense is a component, they say they wish their game had the defense reduction formula that Monster Hunter has, because theirs is a worse formula. Apparently, it's one of the better ones out there right now. More defense. This is for Rise Sunbreak, because I don't recall 250 max HP in World. Yeah, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head. I think World's max is 200. Can anyone confirm that? Yes, my spreadsheet, I was calculating defense for Rise and Sunbreak. The formula is the same for World. You're just going to have a different max HP. That's all. Which makes that defense which makes that damage reduction even more important in World, because you don't have access to as much maximum health. All right, more defense. The thing that they don't, I'm surprised you guys are still commenting on this defense video and watching it. The thing that they don't realize is that even like 3% more damage reduction means a lot when you're getting hit by an attack that does 1,000 damage. It's around 30 damage saved per hit. It's actually the difference between taking 91 damage and 59 if you have 900 defense or 1360. It doesn't seem like a big difference, but 4 hits of 59 do 236 damage if you do 50 HP, whereas just 3 hits of 91 kill you by doing 273 damage. I'm not going to check your math or anything, but yeah, that's kind of the point of this. That's exactly the point of the video. You definitely got it. This is how I exactly play with Monster Hunter Rise bow. I actually charge my bow, unlike most videos I see. So this is the new bow tech video that I put out. And I've got several comments now that say, yeah, we've been using this technique for a long time. But the pros, the experts, the people telling you, now when I say the experts, what I mean, because a lot of people have trouble with this, right? When I talk about quote unquote the experts, the people I'm talking about are the people who put out guides on YouTube telling you exactly how to play bow, telling you the best way to play bow, telling you which combos to use, telling you exactly what to do, and telling you what not to waste your time on. These people are self-proclaimed experts. If they didn't think they were experts themselves, they would not be making videos telling you exactly how to play the bow. Now, would they? They put themselves out there as the authority on the best way to play bow. The most knowledgeable, the most experienced. That's how they put themselves out there. So if somebody's out there taking offense at me calling those people experts, you just got to face facts. That's just the reality of it. Do I think they're experts? I think they're really good at what they do, for sure. And I think they're really good at playing the game the way they play. Do I think they know everything about the bow? Absolutely not, because there are things they won't even try. Like this technique. A lot of them won't use this technique, but you guys use it because it's such a natural, useful way to charge your bow. And in many situations, far more efficient than what the experts are telling you to do. Great. You earn a sub with that gold of a comment quote, just Metsu the balls. Laugh my ass off. Sword and Shield guy, just Metsu the balls. Yeah. Well, it's true, right? All right, the Deviljho, can Deviljho eat his own tail video? 88 million people gaslighted. I believe that Deviljho would eat his own tail in universe, just that it's not a mechanic in the game. You're absolutely correct that he would eat his own tail in universe, because I have proof, official, 100% absolute proof that Deviljho will eat other Deviljhos in universe. And so if he's going to eat another Deviljho, what's to stop him from eating a tail that's laying on the ground? How does he know that it's his tail? It's food to him. It's a severed piece of another animal. So yeah, he would eat it in universe. Absolutely. And I have the proof for that. Again, that one's going to be its own video. Clearly, these little guys have not tried the immortal set before. clearly these guys have not tried the immortal set before. More defense video comments. Yeah, people who don't think defense is important you're right. They haven't tried a 1300 plus build. They're insane. World versus Rise. Am I like the rare exception where I like both games? No, I don't think it's that rare. A lot of people like both. I do like both myself. A lot of people I know like both. A lot of people on our Discord server like both. So I wouldn't say you're rare. I mean, if you ran the numbers, as a percentage, it might be just a few percentage of the fan base, just because there's so many extremists in the fan base now. But there's still thousands of us that like both for sure. Speedrunning should be done. This is the meta is a virus video. Speedrunning should be done in fixed teams or solo if that's what you want, in my opinion. In rando multiplayer, it's so different. Back in 3U days, I let a guy fight Mega Bracky with 476 defense, and I defended him to stay. We have to learn and overcome together in rando multiplayer. Respect the person as she is. You can always give advice, but not force. In the end, the guy survived, and I was right to believe in him. Absolutely right. If you don't want to play with someone, just don't play with them. But the fact that they're coming in and they want to play, just give them a shot. See what happens. If they suck, if they triple cart real fast, if they're just not doing anything, have a conversation with them. But you'd be surprised at what people can do with their weapons and with their stats. And you might think it's terrible. You might think what the build that they have put together is not right. But I think a lot of people out there are going to surprise you. So absolutely, for sure. All right. So Gunlance video. Wait, so the only problem people have with Gunlance is that it's too complicated, but that's the whole reason why I love using it. I've gotten that comment a few times too. People love Gunlance because of its complexity, and it's a great weapon if you like complexity. A lot of cool options, so many different play styles you can build, you can develop with that weapon. A lot like Charge Blade in terms of its complexity. I think the problem, the point of my video, people complaining about Gunlance being too underpowered. It's like Gunlance is an amazing weapon, but you probably aren't very good at it. That's the title of the video. And the video is about people new to the weapon coming in and trying to play it and learn it. And it's difficult. I believe it's objectively difficult to learn how to play Gunlance because of all the reasons I covered in that video. So, yeah, it's about new people trying to learn the weapon. Once you get into it, though, it took me, I think, 2 weeks, and I was very comfortable with it. So once you get there, you get the muscle memory and things just work really well. But that initial learning curve is pretty steep for sure. Divine Blessing is a proc that makes you take less damage. Defense boost only works for physical defense. It really doesn't do much. It takes up too many slots for so little a boost in defense. That's just objectively false. That's an objectively false statement. Defense does a lot, and I think my spreadsheet demonstrates that. This melee bow set destroys most melee weapons. Does your melee set have this much DPS? All right, this is another melee bow video that I've made. Guy says, I'm totally going to try this. Totally do it. It is amazingly fun. All right, what skill is that at 36 seconds? The single most efficient build in all Monster Hunter, and you can master. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's click over there real quick. Okay. That is yeah, when we're whipping the Kinsect at the monster, that is awakened Kinsect attack. Something like that. It's been a while. AKA, right? Um yes, it just keep watching the video and you'll learn about that. All right. um More defense. I like regen. I like regeneration, health regeneration. Yep. Another great option. More defense. Just is this the only video you guys are watching? Thank you for this guide. I was struggling because healing time steals my damage time. Yes, thank you, bro. Really keep. Yeah, great video. Thank you. I was wondering what keeping step did. I use it as a last ditch sidestep evasion. Yeah, keeping step. Keeping step is a cool little move that most bow users don't know about. All right, World versus Rise. My first Monster Hunter is Freedom Unite. I love what Capcom did to Monster Hunter World, but it feels more original when I play Rise. Same. Anyway, I like both games. I am playing both Monster Hunter World and Rise. Right now, I am just a bit new to Monster Hunter Rise. Good video. I earned a sub. By the way, I like your Insect Glaive Powder Vortex build. I am an Insect Glaive. I am an Insect Glaive. Well, nice to meet you. The first Insect Glaive I've ever had a conversation with. Not gonna lie, I would have. Oh, this is my why is Capcom wasting our time? This is a satirical video. Go watch it. Really fun. Not gonna lie, I would have loved this even more if you kept it vague as to whether or not this is satire. Great video either way. Yeah, I had to tell people that it was satire because a lot of people just they don't get it, and they never will, even if you tell them that it is satire, and they still have a hard time believing you. So it's like it doesn't really ruin the joke if you say it up front. I don't think it ruins. If it does, maybe it does. Maybe in the next one I won't tell you that it's satire. But I love making satirical videos. I felt like I'd give people a break because my last few satirical videos I didn't say they were satire, and so a lot of people, my satire is sometimes it's kind of subtle. You buy into it, and then it just goes over the top, and then you're wondering, all right, did he just go too far? I think the real problem is a lot of people make videos about Monster Hunter that sound like satire to me because they are over the top with their takes. They're just such ridiculous takes. And so it's believable. A lot of my satire is believable just because there's so many people out there who are making non-satirical videos that are just over the top. So we're all kind of desensitized to the craziness. All right, more defense. Honestly, people should never call themselves experts. The Dunning-Kruger effect is real. I just learned today exactly how Lance's damage works, and I've been playing Monster Hunter for over a decade. I have hundreds of hours in each games across most of the series. You never know everything. There's always something new to learn. Pride is the real mind killer. Absolutely. I'm still learning new things about this game every single day. Also, just generally, this is a game concept called damage thresholds. It's a concept you can find in most RPGs as well as some first-person shooters. All right. 100% accurate Monster Hunter Wilds. My predictions for Monster Hunter Wilds that were compiled very shortly after watching the announcement trailer. Okay. Concerning Monster Hunter Wilds, these might be the worst takes possible. This game is clearly going to be more like Monster Hunter World. Hell, the hunter in the trailer is wearing a scout fly cage and slinger. Also, Monster Hunter Rise was not a mainline title. All mainline titles have dragons in the names. Monster Hunter World has 5 dragon heads in the title Spash. Monster Hunter Wilds has 6. It's the 6th mainline title. All mainline title Monster Hunter games are usually more grounded and realistic when compared to their subtitles. MH Rise being a prime example. Just going to disagree with that entirely. That's about all there is to it. I've said this several times. The dragon heads have nothing to do with designating something as a mainline game. The dragon heads are a signature. Okay? Like when an artist paints a picture and they put their signature on it. And sometimes an artist will have a hidden signature. Sometimes they'll have a little little Easter egg or something, a little symbol in the picture that says, "Hey, this is mine." The dragon heads are a signature for the director of those games. He puts his little stamp on the cover in the logo, and that says, "This is one of the games that I directed." It's no more complicated than that. That is the beginning and the end of it. That's all there is to it. There you go. I hate to burst your bubbles and your fantasies and your conspiracy theories and your mainline versus whatever line. That's all there is to it, guys. Same director. He puts his stamp on the game that way, so you know that it's his. I don't know what else to say. Pretty simple to comprehend. All right. Best bow is elemental. You must have 5 elementals bow and use the one more appropriate for each monster. I hear this a lot and I don't care. I just don't care that I can get a few more points of damage with an elemental build. I don't want to switch bows every quest. So if you're like me and you don't want to switch bows every quest, use the raw build. I got a ton of raw builds. I love raw bow builds. And I can do more damage and more consistent damage with my raw build than most people can with their elemental builds. So you can too. You can learn to do it too. If you like switching bows and gear and all that stuff, great, do it. Have fun. Have it your way right away. Not my cup of tea. World versus Rise. Why is the fan base so divided? Because Rise stinks. LOL. All right. Infinite money glitch confirmed. Just save before doing it and turn off auto save before doing it. So if something happens, you can just reload. And I don't know. Does that work? Can somebody confirm if that helps with the money glitch? All right, Spirit Birds suck. Gathering is a waste of time and Capcom is stupid. So this is my video called Why Do Spirit Birds Even Exist? I love Spirit Birds than having a separate mission to gather mats for buff potions that will mostly fail every combination. Planning Spirit Bird routes is still relaxing as when I'm doing gathering quests in older gen titles, especially since I play Monster Hunter Freedom Unite until now. And Monster Hunter Rise is like gathering quest and slaying quest at the same time. You're absolutely right. You've just hit the nail on the head. Gunlance for life. Comment on the Gunlance tutorial. Go check out my Gunlance tutorial. It's actually pretty cool and really easy to follow along with. Now, pay to win Monster Hunter. I don't know if you guys remember this announcement. Capcom had announced a game they were going to develop with Timmy Studios, and I don't think this was Monster Hunter. I don't think this turned into Monster Hunter Now, because Monster Hunter Now was the collaboration with Niantic. So I'm not sure what happened to this Timmy Studios collab. But a comment on that. I honestly don't care if it's pay to win. It just adds more difficulty if I don't pay, which is something I absolutely love in Monster Hunter games. Problem with that is when you're playing a pay to win game, the difficulty ramps up so much. If you don't pay to win, the difficulty ramps up so much that it becomes impossible, practically impossible to advance through the game. And they design it that way on purpose. They want to make it so that you would have to spend hundreds of hours to get some basic, simple thing that you need to advance versus pay and you get it in an hour. Okay, so the pay to win games, they don't just, all right, you pay and then you get the item. No, you have to pay to get what you're paying for. Is you're paying for the privilege of getting the rewards that you already earned by playing the quest. So you can look up some videos on Diablo Immortal and you'll find out what I'm talking about. That is just a classic example of where the difficulty ramps up way too much and you're actually paying them to be able to open up the reward chest of the dungeon that you just cleared. Right? Isn't the reward chest supposed to be the reward for clearing the dungeon? No, you don't get to open it unless you pay them real money. So you can clear the dungeon. There's the reward chest there. You're not opening it unless you pay Blizzard. Like it's mind boggling. So yeah, that kind of stuff I don't want to see in Monster Hunter. We're not going to skip that one. To be fair, I've played Rise a lot more than World, but I honestly just have a lot more fun playing Rise. My World copy is on the PlayStation 4 and I have absurd load screens. And every time I think about playing World, I keep waiting to myself if the hassle is worth it. Also, fuck Lunastra. Agreed on both accounts. I initially played World on PlayStation 4 like most people did. And those load screens are insane. One of the reasons why I just yelled at the game so much. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Not a PlayStation fan. I think a lot of people are just playing it on PlayStation 5 right now anyway, which has an SSD built in. So load screens, I think, are a thing of the past. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. So, Switch is pulling off a cartridge, but some publishers still manage to have terrible load times. And then there's no reason for it. So who knows? More Wilds predictions. I hope we get some Conchu action. Like imagine a bunch of them rolling at the player. Plus, I think they are cute. Oh, how did I not think of Conchu? That's an amazing idea. Like 10 or 20 Conchu just rolling down the hill. And oh man, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. I'm confirming that, by the way. Conchu confirmed for Monster Hunter Wilds. This is gonna happen for sure. Conchu confirmed. There we go. Here we go. See, this is why I think some of this stuff is satire. Some of these comments are satire. My longsword beginner's guide is not a katana, is a longsword. There was a lot of people dying or love themselves in the long history of this planet, much before you start spamming your ignorance with this bullshit just because there is internet. Good point. It isn't a katana, it's a longsword. But some of those longswords are katanas. Take a closer look. And look at the move sets. A lot of those are katana moves. A lot of those attacks are attacks you would do with a katana. So, good satire if it is a satirical comment. If you're in earnest, I hate to break it to you, but yeah, it's often a katana. Consistency is better than DPS. Absolutely. Consistency is greater than DPS. Comment on the toxicity video for sure. Oh, here, see, there it is. Sexstar missing your videos. Well, I've got more videos for you. So we're here for you, Sexstar, and I'm glad you're here for us. All right, more defense. We're going to skip down and find more. Is this, let's see, 100% accurate Monster Hunter Wilds Exposed. Is this video a parody or am I experiencing the ramblings of a madman? Both, actually, and more. Both and more. Both and more. My Wilds videos, I am sticking to my guns on this one. I believe my Wilds videos are going to be proven extremely correct. I predict that I will have 90 to 95% accuracy on my predictions. And the only reason why I won't get 100% accuracy is because Capcom has already changed things since I made my predictions. So, the game's always in flux. So they've changed things. And so I'll probably revisit the predictions and go over some of the things I think have changed and some of the newer revelations like Khonshu being confirmed. Deviljho eating his own tail. You sound like a preacher trying to convince me that God is real with no real or even valid proof for it. Okay. That's fair. I mean, I can see that. I can understand that perspective. There are thousands of us who witnessed Deviljho eating his own tail, and we didn't make a video recording of it. And that is a lot like some claims of Christianity, where a lot of people have claimed to see one thing or another, but they didn't have video cameras back then. So, yeah, that's fine. But I'm alive today to tell you about it, and so are thousands of other people. And by the way, I do have some lore, some official lore that will explain to you that Deviljho will easily eat his own tail. Oh, this is interesting. Why Monster Hunter World was never ported to the Switch. This guy, Doom YXZ, thanks for commenting on this. Monster Hunter World even can be played on GPD Win 2. LOL. If you guys don't know what a GPD Win 2 is, it's a small little third-party handheld device that will run emulators. It'll run a lot of things. And most people use them to run emulators for older consoles. And according to Doom YXZ, you can emulate World on a GPD Win 2. And a GPD Win 2 you buy them for like what, $100 or something. They're just cheap little handhelds. They're cheaper than a Switch, right? So if it can run on a GPD Win 2, I'm sure it could run on a Switch. I haven't heard anyone else talk about that. It'd be interesting to see a video on that. Doom XYZ, if you have a link you can share with us to maybe somebody who got that running and made a video about it, that'd be cool to watch. We're rapidly approaching 10K subscribers. I'm guessing you got a ceased analysis. Miss you. A cease and desist? You mean? No, I didn't get a cease and desist. I just been busy doing some things in life. Life happens. So well, I'll go into that in another video. No cease and desist. Nobody's did a takedown. No one is coming at me. So don't worry about that. I'm still doing okay. Yeah, defense video. There's another thing that the get good people don't realize. If a new player gets one shot, they're not going to learn much. That's the point. That is one of the main points of my video. More Wilds predictions. Capcom watching this video completely changing Monster Hunter Wilds. I just kind of almost said that, right? I don't think they're going to change it in response to me. They are going to change it for sure, but I think my Wilds videos are exposing some of that information. So if they did change it, I wouldn't be shocked. Just had a small look around as a non-Insect Glaive user. So this is the powder powder vortex build for Insect Glaive. Just had a small look around as a non-IG user. Since only raw matters, wouldn't Garangolm's IG be a better suggestion since it has same raw but more slots and level 15 Kinsect? I think with the testing, so first of all, the Amatsu gives 10% more damage because of its built-in bonus. So I think the testing that Zacharias did on the Insect Glaive showed that the Amatsu was actually ended up better. So definitely talk to Zacharias on the Discord server and see if he tested that. But I'm pretty sure Amatsu is going to give you a few extra points despite Garangolm's higher numbers. So bottom line, guys, I'm back. I've got videos coming. So part of my problem is this is just me, and I have so many video ideas that I want to do. I don't have an editor. I don't have someone managing my channel. I don't have a social media manager. It's just me doing this. I come up with the ideas. I write the scripts. I record the gameplay, I record the audio, I clean up the audio, I edit the actual videos in DaVinci Resolve, I upload them, I write the descriptions, I create the thumbnails, I do everything. And so it gets overwhelming at times, and it's a lot of work, and I don't make enough money out of this to hire anyone to help me yet. So, so it does get overwhelming. Definitely not burnt out, but just part of the issues that I'm dealing with. It sort of compounds things. So I'm gonna call this one right now. What I'm gonna do for the next video is we're gonna go video by video and read comments just to keep them focused in on the same topic, so we're not jumping all over the place. And I'm also going to start incorporating some news talk and talk about other channels. And I want to get some guests on here too. I've got some really nice guests lined up. A couple people have expressed very strong interest in getting on here and chatting with me. And so I think I have enough guests to get us through the summer. That's how excited people are for coming on the podcast and having a chat. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. In terms of other podcasts, you can see me on three of the Hunters Hub podcasts. I think I was a guest 3 times on there. Jesus, I can't even remember. I've been on another podcast that I don't even know if it still exists anymore. And then on Velociraptors podcast recently. So you can see me on other podcasts. So it's a lot of fun. I love getting on there and chatting with people. So we're going to do that here too, and just have a lot of good conversations. We're not going all podcasts. I've got other types of videos coming up too, but podcast is fun. Oddly enough, it's easy. It's a lot easier to produce these videos than it is to produce even a satirical video. It's a lot less work. It's a lot less effort, guys. So we can have a lot of fun with it and have some good conversations. Plus, you know, we're coming up on summer and we don't have Monster Hunter Wilds. What are you guys playing? You're playing Rise, you're playing World. There's not a lot of new things going on, right? So we have to make our own fun at this point. We're going to be a little more structured next time, and probably clean up my office here a little bit. All this junk you see laying around. And it would be a little bit more structured, have a little bit more fun. I've got a ton of more traditional videos that you've seen on my channel before that I've got, like the ones we've been talking about, that I need to produce. Because, yeah, there's still topics. There's still things to discuss and points that I like to make. And instead of just sitting here kind of freestyling it at you. So I have like a dozen scripts that I've written that I have not even recorded yet. It's just writing's the easy part for me. Yeah. So maybe I should write scripts for other people. Anybody want to buy a Monster Hunter video script? We didn't even get through probably 100 comments. We have tons more stuff to talk about. Lots more cool stuff coming up. Again, I do thank all 9,200 plus of you who wrote into YouTube, telling them that you missed me. I missed you guys too, man. The second biggest reason why I do this is because I love interacting with you guys and I love talking to other people in the community. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot easier to be social online than it is in the real world. You got to go to like a Comic-Con or something to find other Monster Hunter fans in the real world. Like I can't do that. I don't want to do that. You know, it's not like I can just go downtown to the Monster Hunter Club and hang out with Monster Hunter fans. Imagine if we had those though, like the Elks Club or the Freemasons or something. I don't know, whatever they got. That's a big idea. You could have your own Hunters Guild in every town in America. It could be a nonprofit, charitable organization. This is big. We're going to have to develop that a little bit more. But until we meet again, it's been fun. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Have fun. Stay sharp. Don't kick your Palico